being than he is after him to continue making those changes, and that we don't immediately get the same kind of mess that we had before him when he's gone. So I think he's an agent of chaos and change, and I think chaos and change are needed right now.
I mean, the problem is we are constantly at war. And, if we were really patriotic and like as if we just went through World War III, we would all bind together and be like, okay, we need national unification and we need financial transparency and we have to actually work towards paying off this debt. So it's like there is no real cohesive movement towards like survival, so to speak, because this is like an international republic at this point. So
I separate the middle class out from the rest, and I don't see that. I see that there is no consensus and support for middle class, and there is no homogeny in the middle class. I think that they're beat up and destroyed.
Well, they've been hypnotized.
Being destroyed, and right, they're hypnotized, and I think that's on purpose. They happen on purpose. But I don't have like this rosy picture for life under trillionaires. I don't see how that's going to benefit us. I think
your problem is you don't even know how Elon Musk lives his life. You think he's living in some fucking gilded castle. He is not. He took a loan to buy X, and it was a risk to his own well-being and safety. See, you think that you can't live in a castle and be a good person. Guys like Zuckerberg, they might be good people. Have you seen his wife? I know you're married to an Asian woman, and your wife is a lot more beautiful than Zuckerberg's. But when you maintain a marriage, it could be superficial publicly because he doesn't want to go through a divorce because that will cream him. Look at Bill Gates. Everything is publicity and spin for what is it? Anyways, I mean, really exhausting myself here. But the point is, change is now, and we want more radical change because we have to admit that this country is completely broke. And until we actually do away with the Department of Education, maybe the CIA, maybe all these agencies, not just giving them new leadership and reforming them, we want them out of our system because they are not a part of our system. They are inauthentic, inorganic, and they're all based on fraud and scam. And that's what it is. It's just a huge burden on we the people. Why are we going to keep paying for all this as taxpayers? For what? To keep paying people salaries? These organizations should never have existed to begin with.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I agree with everything you just said. I really do. I think the government is definitely too big. I think it definitely is fraudulent and wasting a lot of money. And I think that there's nothing wrong with going after it. So.
Unless you're a crayon-eating, window-licking fucking Marine.
We're so much smarter than you think we are, though.
I don't disagree. You make do.
No. I think the funny thing is, it's not just because I am a Marine, but I really do know the eliteness of the Marine Corps means quality, and that quality is in many different areas, but it is a difference between average and great.
I felt the quality coming out of Tun's Tavern when it started.
Yeah, it was the first one before the founding of the United States. It was the first military service. All the rest of you guys came after us.
That's incorrect, sir.
It's not incorrect.
You had the Army, and then
the founding of the Marine Corps was in 1775. Go look up the founding of the Army. The founding of the Marine Corps was 1775.
So I saw an article yesterday that Palmer Luckey is taking over a $22 billion contract to build, technologically advanced goggles for the military. A $22 billion contract, They have been trying to build these stupid headsets, these immersive bullshit things.
Well,
the point is...
The problem is, Mike Moon says, the U.S. Army was made in 1775. His didn't like constitute the Marine Corps until like 1798, like a whole fucking 40 years later. So what the fuck are you talking about, Mike?
Talking about Tuntavern, I think Tuntavern comes before anything the U.S. Army did.
Well,
Listen, I'm not gonna argue. This is off topic. It's boring.
the point is, it's not about different organizations within the military. It's the military, but there's just so much waste in the Department of Defense, and spending all on these special projects and programs. They're wasteful. We need to train people in lethality. We need efficient infantrymen, and we need efficient air cover to go conduct operations if need be. The scam, waste, abuse, and fraud has to come to an end when we're at $40 trillion. I mean, otherwise, just kiss all future generations goodbye into a never-ending cycle of debt slavery. There is no jubilee at the end of this road when it's basically national and central banks. There is no jubilee. It's a forever debt. There is no bankruptcy. I mean, you could call it inflation if you want, but I mean, imagine going to the grocery store and spending $500 on groceries when it used to cost you $80. That's enough to really cause a lot of panic for people. There are people that will just have to go to food banks. I mean, it will be 1920 level depression if we were actually honest, and it would take us many years to get through it. This is what Peter Schiff is always going on about, that the pain will be extreme for many years. But if we just keep lying to ourselves and have a little bit of pain each year, eventually, it's not even a question of eventually, because it always is a question of now. What is the most pragmatic and common sense approach to managing the financial crisis now?
Are you guys tired yet?
No, we are neurolinguistically reprogramming ourselves. We're trying to essentially, cause more chaos in an already chaotic system to create more equilibrium and balance, if that makes any sense. We want traitors and fraudsters and scam artists arrested. We want all these PPP loan people who went out and took out huge, that applied for all these PPP loans, and they're already doing it. They're already charging a lot of these people with fraud. But we want the biggest ringleaders brought to bay. But that also means Maxine Waters. We want politicians audited by the IRS to say, how are you worth $70 million on a $200,000 salary? And we want liens and garnishments. What's happening to we the people? We want to happen to the fraudsters and the hucksters who are at the top, who have essentially wasted our taxpayer dollars and humiliated us. We want punishment. We want arrests.
Yeah, Mike Moon. Wannabe gangster, fucking wankster, fucking talking like, the Marine Corps is older than the Army. You're stupid.
I think you love me, Don. Something like that. I don't know why you keep centering this on me.
Dude, I think you just keep trying to eat my pink crayons that I collect.
Is anybody actually looking at X in this room, looking at what Elon Musk is posting, looking at what Doge is posting, looking what,
Yeah. Dude, I every time I turn around, I put more money in Doge. Like, I'm buying it because instead of buying a like scratch-off ticket at the corner store, I buy Doge. And it's a scratch-off ticket that doesn't...
I'm not talking about Doge shitcoin, Don. I'm talking about Doge.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Keep losing your money.
I made $80,000 in 21 on Doge, so thanks, Isa. I mean, I get you're Guatemalan that lives in Europe now, but it doesn't mean you understand your ass all like that.
Yeah, well, you don't even understand what Doge is.
I don't think he's on. Don, you're not on X, are you? You don't have an X account.
Yes, I do, on the phone that you gave me because you told me to download it.
Then what's your profile handle?
Epoch Doc.
Okay, well, this room is winding down because I am going to leave and go to the gym and live my best life outside of a clown house world.
Yeah, go take care of that gal.
Yes, and I hope everyone here has a wonderful day, and I hope you all pray for national salvation and personal salvation.
We love you.
Yeah, suck a dick.
Come back soon, Edmund.
Yeah, fuck you, John.